guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Preet. If you're new here, let me just give you a quick introduction. I'm not gonna take a lot of time. If any of these topics that you're seeing on your screen right now interest you, or if you like watching such content, consider checking out my channel, consider subscribing to my channel. Just go check it out if it's something that you like, and if something that is interesting you, consider subscribing to my channel. Moving on with the video. Before I start anything, there are going to be 5 sections in the video, and I just want to tell you quickly about the 5 sections. You can go to that section. I'm going to divide the video in those sections, and you can go definitely check it out. One, signs that you do have a crush, in case you are like not sure if you have a crush or not. Second is signs that your crush likes you back, and it could be something. So these are signs that maybe they also like you, and maybe they also have a crush on you. So these are signs. Third section is red flags you should avoid. I've been there, girl, and I have seen these red flags and I've avoided them. So just the red flag that you should avoid, and red flags that you should run away from. The fourth one is the most important one, because these are the keys and tips and suggestions that I want to give you when you have a crush. These are things that will just help you by. And most important section, and these points are something that I've learned from my experiences, and I would love for you to know, because here we are rooting for each other, right? So I'm rooting for you, and yeah, these tips, just keep these tips in your mind, and yeah, this is so fun. And the last one, just tips for flirting, in case you are in that phase where you are trying to let them know that you like him, but without actually confessing that. So yeah, these are just tips for flirting. That is the last section of the video. Now let's start with the video. So before I start with first section of the video, I just want to say I am so excited and happy for you, girl. I am really so happy for you, because this is one of the most exciting times of it is one of the most exciting times, because I remember when I had a crush, and now that I look upon it, it's like, oh my god, this was so exciting. And it's just all the jitters and all the butterflies. It's just so fun, and it's the best part. I know it can be very annoying and frustrating and a little irritating, but it's still fun. So yeah, so enjoy it while you have this phase. I just want to remind you 2 things before we start with the first section of the video, that signs that you do have a crush. I want to remind you to 2 things that I need you to keep in your mind. First, it does not make you a bad human being just because you have a crush. It's a good thing. It doesn't make you a bad person, or a bad sister, or a brother, or it doesn't make you a bad child, a bad student, or a bad anything. It's natural. Everybody has crushes, and don't let anybody guilt trip you into feeling that you are not doing good enough and you are a bad person just because you have a crush. Because my love, this is like, I don't know why people try to guilt trip you when you have a crush. People try guilt tripping me that I'm like a very bad person, and I should focus on my studies when I had a crush. So I don't want you to do that. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good and a brave thing, because I feel that it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a brave one, because now you're putting your heart out there, girl, and I am so happy for you. Like, I have a crush, and you're listening to your heart, because it took me actually years to accept just that I have a crush on a guy. The first time I had a crush on a guy, it took me months and years to come to terms with, okay, I have a crush on this guy. So the second thing is, we are not gonna forget who we are, our self-worth, and what we bring to the table. We are not gonna forget how amazing we are and who the fuck we are. We are not gonna let anybody diminish our value. I am assuming that you are being yourself. Genuinely think that he or she, whoever you have a crush on, is a genuinely good person and is good to you or good for you. So let's start with the first. Before much ado, let's start with the first section of the video. Signs that you have a crush. So I'm just going to list down. I have a list right here. I have a list of the signs that you have a crush. These are signs that I had, and I think how these are signs that I had personally with every single crush that I had till now, inshallah Lord. But anyways, so these are all the signs that say that, okay, you do have a crush. I've seen the signs in my friends and everybody basically. So yeah, if you have the signs, you probably do have a crush, girl. You find yourself looking at them all the time. You keep finding them in a room full of people. You are finding them like, where is this guy? You're like searching for them in a room full of people. You are intrigued by everything and anything that they do, even the smallest of things. You're going to remember it, and you're going to be curious about it, and you're going to be intrigued by it. So you keep doing this. You are interested in the smallest things they do, the smallest things they say. You are just intrigued by that. So one of the very easy way to know that you have a crush is pay attention in the songs that you are listening to or you're vibing to. Us, I feel personally a lot of times, the songs that I listen to usually tell me more about myself than I know about myself. So yeah, that's weird, I think, but yeah, it's just me. So just pay attention to the songs that you're listening, and if you're a Swiftie, then we've got it easier than everybody else, because we just know. Okay, I remember the first time that I had a crush, and I had a crush on my sister's best friend. And obviously they were friends, and I had this massive crush on him. So yeah, so I remember I used to listen to Teardrops on my guitar all the time. So yeah, just pay attention to the kind of songs you're listening to, what they mean. If I was listening to Teardrops on my guitar all the time when I had my first crush, it's kind of sad, but you know, that has a special place in my heart now, because yeah, that was like, I got obsessed with it and I used to listen to it on repeat. Yeah, so please pay attention to the songs that you are listening to. That's probably going to tell you more about yourself. And relentless smiling. Damn, this is such a sign that, you know, the minute somebody brings their name, you can actually see if another person has a crush on them like this way, because, you know, the minute that, you know, their name comes up or they're talking, or, you know, yeah, just, you know, anything related to them, you have this giddy smile that have, you know, just you're smiling and you can't control it, you're just smiling. And yeah. Yeah, like that, exactly like that. That's kind of the smile that you have when you have a crush on you. You cannot help but smile, and yeah, your smile tells you anything. Like, you can't stop smiling when you think about them or when you're talking about them. You're their number one defender. Oh my god, this is such a big thing. Like, you are going to defend every single of their actions. This is like, if you find yourself defending him or her, whoever we are talking about all the time, if you're going to find you're defending them, well, you've got it hard and you've got a crush. You think of them all the time and you catch yourself daydreaming. Oh my god, this happens to me every single time. I'm going to admit it, every single time I have a crush, I can't get them out of my head. And you know, I'm a very daydreaming girl, so you know, it's I don't know why people don't agree to that, but I'm going to agree it. I daydream about them. So yeah, I've done some pretty embarrassing shit when I've got a crush. So yeah, yeah, so it's okay if you are like, it's embarrassing, because it's all that it is, you know, when you have a crush and yeah, you do a lot of embarrassing shit. I mean, but in the next point, you feel nervous or excited whenever they're around you. It's like, you know, there's like, weirdly, like, you'll not be able to talk the way you do, and it's like suddenly you are hyper aware of everything going on around you, especially around them, and like you feel their presence, hyper aware of their presence, and then, you know, you either cannot, you stumble on your words and you're like nervous, or you are super excited. You know what, it happens to all of us, you know, it happens to every single person of us. It's happened to me so many times that I've lost count. But yeah, you feel nervous and you feel super excited. So it's either, you know, sometimes you stumble on your words, or sometimes you're like super excited. You find excuses to be around them, so like you're finding reasons, so you know, you are trying to be in their group, if there is a group. Like, I'm just giving a situation, but like, yeah, you find yourself trying to be, you know, just finding a reason to hang out with them. You remember every little things that they say about you. Anything little things they say, you are hyper aware of that. You feel happy just being near them. You pay extra attention to anything and everything they say. It's like, if somebody else is like, yeah, but like when they are saying, it's like, ooh. And last but not the least, you look for the signs that they might like you, which brings me to the next topic. These are signs that they like you back, and I'm so rooting for you, girl. Let's go. So yeah, I hope this section was clear to you. These are basically the signs that you like them and you probably have a crush on them. So yeah, you probably have a crush on them if you, most of these things, like, you don't have to have all signs of it, obviously, but like, some of the signs if you have, and there are more signs that you are saying like, okay, yes, this is happening, more than, oh, this is not happening to me. Yeah, probably you have a crush. And I'm rooting for you. Let's go. I'm actually so excited about this video. I'm genuinely very excited, because this is so fun and this is so exciting and I love it. Okay, so these are signs that they like you back, and I hope most of these answers are yes, and most of these signs are matching, and I'm rooting for you. Let's go, girl. So before I start the section, there can be not all guys or not all girls and all human population or anybody you have a crush on do these things. Not every single person do these things. Some can be very closed off, some can be very shy, some can be very guarded, and yeah, that can happen. So I'm not saying that if they like you, they're going to have the signs. It might just be like, you know, but like, this is just a way of telling. So these are just signs that they might have. So yeah, so don't like be discouraged if all of these signs are no. But yeah, because it's not applicable to every possible human out there. But yeah, these are some of the signs that I've noticed. So yeah, these are just my personal observations. Okay, I have a lot of this is a long list. Have genuine interest in your life, and they have like genuine interest. They're showing genuine interest. Okay, so I want you to remember the word genuine. So it's not just because they have to or something. They are just genuinely interested in anything and everything. No, not everything, but like most of the things about you and what you're saying or what you're doing. So they are genuinely interested, and they are genuinely putting in the time and the effort to just they are genuinely taking out time to be with you and to know about you. So yeah, that can be a sign. They try to find reasons to hang out with you or just spend time with you. But this is not like, I've seen a lot of girls do this, is hanging around me, but I'm talking about he's trying to find time, or he's trying to find a reason to hang out with you alone. So it's alone, okay, not in a group. We're talking about alone. He's trying to hang out with you separately from the group. It can be also from in the group, but like if he's hanging out in the group, that is not a sign, guys. If he's hanging around you with only when the whole group is around, that's not a sign. But if he's trying to find a reason to hang out with you separately from the group, that can be a sign. Eye contact is another thing. He's trying to find eye contact, and you have this weird eye contact again and again. So that is probably a reason that he likes you. That can be a sign that he likes you, like. But like, when you have that eye contact, that's the kind of eye contact, because there are a lot of eye contacts, and I've had an eye contact. This can be a very misleading sign also, actually, because I've had an eye contact with a few guys that have not liked me. So yeah, it happens, but like you'll know when you have that eye contact. So yeah, don't overthink this, and yeah, this is not like a very solid sign, but yeah, it is. The most important one is he's flirting back. So I love it when I'm telling you, I give this advice to every single girl and every single friend of mine when they have a crush, is flirt. What's going to happen? What's the worst going to happen? Just go be outrightly blunt and just flirt out there. It's fun. It's fun to flirt, guys. So why not just do it? So I give this advice to them, and I take it myself. I flirt. When I have a crush, I make sure they know that I like them. It's okay, nah? Like we like them. It's not a bad thing. You're not doing anything bad to them, and what's the point? What's the problem? So yeah, if they're flirting back and they're not stopping your flirtatious advances, and why did I make it sound like that? That's not what I mean. Genuine flirting I'm talking about, guys. So if you're flirting, if you're flirting and they're flirting back, that can be a big sign that they actually like. They give you compliments not only about your looks, but they genuinely are giving you good compliments, and they keep giving it again and again, and they're just giving you compliments on every single thing. Not every single thing, but compliments. When a guy, he doesn't give compliments, so one or two, like a few compliments is fine. A guy who gives compliments to most of the people he meets, so like a lot of compliments back to back can be a sign. Physical touch, just touching of hands again and again, and physical touch, it depends on what you're comfortable with, and the kind of friendship or whatever relation you have right now. So it can vary. So initiation of physical touch, it can be from the smallest to more, but yeah, that can be a sign. This is one important thing that I've noticed all the time. If you say something and they do that, like if you recommend them something and they genuinely go and do that, and they come and try to talk to you about it, and they make it known that they've listened to you and listened to your advice, and they've genuinely done that. Like if you suggest something and they actually do it and tell you about it and try to make a conversation around that, like you maybe recommended them a book, and they've read it, they went and read it, and now they're coming back and telling you that, okay, I read that book, and that character I love, and whatever they're trying to make a conversation out of it. So that can be a sign. I have to find excuses to be close to you. So if you're like in a group, so they always want to sit beside you, and they always want to travel with you. Like if you're traveling with two-wheelers with your friends and all, they are always trying to find a reason to be close to you. And next one is laughing. I know we've all heard it. I know we've all heard this a million times. They're laughing on the jokes, even if you're not funny, and even if your jokes are shit, and they're not funny and laughable. No offense here. I make pathetic jokes, okay? So I know this. Like I make these pathetic jokes, and whenever, even if I take another person's joke and I say it, nobody's going to laugh. So if they are laughing on that, and they're laughing on that, I know people say this a lot, and we've heard it a lot, but it's true, guys. It's just true. And yeah, that's not going to change. And this is like one of the biggest signs that this is personally for me, it's a big sign, because I know I'm not funny, and I know I'm not like I really don't know how to deliver jokes. So yeah, they get jealous and they get protective. Another big sign. If they're getting jealous and they're getting protective, probably that is because they like you. They remember the little things that you say. it goes vice versa. If you're remembering the little things that they say, you have a crush on them. If they are remembering the little things that you say, they have a crush on you. Ask about your life. This is also one of the biggest signs that they have a crush on you. So they ask about your life and they are genuinely interested in it. What's around you? I've seen this happen all the time. If they are getting nervous around me and they are blabbering and they stumble on their works and they are getting you see that they are comfortable with other friends of them and just with you they are like getting this nowhere. So that's probably a sign. They make an effort to impress you. So whatever you say, like I remember one time I told somebody that I was just talking to my friends, okay, and I just told them so I instantly like a guy when they have a good fashion sense and they know how to dress and this guy started dressing well after that and yeah, so they make an effort to impress you and they're like, I have a good fashion sense and all. So yeah, so they make an effort to impress you. They act differently around you than their other girlfriends or their other friends of your gender. So if they are like, this can be, just notice this, if they're actually genuinely acting differently around you. So that is probably because they like you, because if, you gotta notice this because a lot of times, some people are just flirtatious by nature. So if they're flirting with all the girls, they probably don't like you. So yeah. Notice these things. I want to end the section by saying this very important thing. Pay attention to these signs, but also to the context of these signs. These can happen in a lot of situations where they don't like you, but these signs can be true. So please be very mindful of the context that these are happening, because like some people, I told you, like some people are just outgoing and more friendly and more flirtatious in nature. They're just like that with everybody. So it's very important to it's just very important to notice these things over a period of time, and it should be repetitive and just this should be like, all these things should be consistent over a period of time. And yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like a lot of people are just like this, even with everybody, and it's just in their nature. So we don't want to take that as a wrong sign. So be very mindful of the context that these signs are happening. So don't come at me and say, oh, you said they had all these signs and you said they like me and they don't. So yeah, be mindful of the context, guys. Be mindful of the context. I'm telling you, okay? Don't come at me then later. So coming towards the third and the most important, not the most important, but a very important section of the video, red flags that you should avoid. Girl, I'm sorry, I'm rooting for you, but if they have these red flags and if they are doing this, you need to get the hell away from there, because I've been in their position and I know it can be really, really tough. And I myself find myself ignoring these signs a lot of times. And trust me when I say they don't end well. So please, if they're showing any of these red flags, run, please run, and get the hell out of there. I've already made a video on how to get over your crush, so I'm going to put that down in the description box. And I think it was the first video I posted on YouTube, so you can go down and that's the first video I've posted, so you can go check it out if you want to get over your crush. But these are red flags that you should totally avoid, and I'm telling you guys, this is tried and tested kind of version, so I know what I'm talking about. And I'm with you, girl. I've done these things and I've ignored these signs, and I know it can be I'm just telling you, please, if they have these signs, run the hell away. Because I have made these mistakes and I have been in your exact same place, and I'm sorry, girl, but you need to get the hell out of there. If they are still talking to their ex, or if they're still talking about their ex, big red flag, guys. Big red flag. I'm telling you, this is like the absolute worst red flag, and this is non-negotiable. If they are like talking about their ex all the time, and if they're still not over their ex, or if they're still talking to their ex, big red flag, guys. It's just a red flag. They are not over them. It's just a red flag. I have a lot of bad stories about embarrassing stories about this, but yeah, this is a big red flag. Please avoid it. I did not, and I've done some pretty embarrassing things like this by consoling them about their breakup. And yeah, so I've done some pretty embarrassing things at this time. So please don't ignore this sign. If they're still talking to their ex, or if they are still talking about their ex also, red flag. So this is also an important thing. They're afraid or hesitant to take the next step or taking a step ahead, especially when you guys are already flirting. So if they're hesitant, it's a red flag, guys. Like, they don't want this. They know what is happening here, and they're still hesitant to take the next step. Yeah, we don't want a person who's unsure of us. Standard, guys. Remember your standards. We're not going to settle, okay? So we're not going to settle, girl. We're not going to settle. So remember your standards. If they're hesitant and afraid to take the next step, that is because they probably think, oh, we have better options. We can do better. Fine, go do. We'll see who does who better. Anyways, you both know that you like each other, but you're still not in a relationship. Guys, Big red flag. You are in a situationship. That is called a situationship. If you like each other and you're not dating, that is basically the definition of a situationship. And we don't deserve situationships. We've grown out of it, and we deserve better than situationships, guys. So please do not settle for anything except a relationship. If you know that you both like each other and you're still not in a relationship, you're in a situationship, guys, and you need to get out of there. We don't deserve situationships. We deserve better. Next point is also the same. Flirting is from both the sides, and there is there's genuine flirting, and flirting is happening, and you know what I mean, and you're still not in a relationship. Again, you're in a situationship, and we deserve better than that. We don't deserve a situationship. So I've also made a video on situationship. In case you want to check it out, it's already on my channel. I'll tag that also in the description down below, so check it out if you are in a situationship. I've got you, girl. I've been in a situationship. I've liked a guy. I've been in a situationship, and it's the absolute worst and hell. So you need to get out of there, and this is how you're going to. So go click that video if you want to see. Okay, so I've seen a lot of girls do this, but please define your relationship before you do anything that you're not comfortable with. It's okay to be not comfortable with a lot of things and everything, if in fact, and you deserve to be not comfortable with just anything. And it's okay if you're not comfortable with some things or everything, and for that fact. And if you're not comfortable, please define your relationship and what is going on before you do something that you're not comfortable with. Please. They only contact you when it's convenient for them, or when they want something from you, or when just when they're it's just convenient for them. They only contact you then. Big red flag. If they're making time and effort out of their busy lives, everybody's busy, okay? So everybody has things to do, everybody is busy, and if they're only talking to you when there is it's convenient for them, red flag. They don't respect your boundaries, big red. If they don't respect your boundaries, again, a big red flag. These are signs basically that these are just red flags that you should avoid and you need to get out of there. So I'm just going to tell you some of the red flags. They don't respect your boundaries, red flag. If they're talking about other people that they are attracted to, big red flag. If they're coming and telling you, oh, that girl is so good looking, or that guy is so hot, red flag, guys. If they like you, they wouldn't say that. I'm telling you, and ignore these signs, guys. So please, when I say please listen to me when I'm saying this, because these are actually genuinely red flags, and I have done this. I've been there, I've ignored them, and I've regretted them later. You can't be yourself, and they don't give you the space to just be who you are. Big red flag. They can only like you, and if they genuinely like you, and if this is going to work, you can be there yourself. You can be just undeniably yourself in front of them. If you can't be that, red flag. They put you down or make you feel bad about yourself. No. Again, a red flag. You are the best. You are an epitome of a beauty, guy. You are an epitome of beauty, and you are a diamond. So they don't deserve to put you down or make you feel bad about yourself. In fact, they're supposed to make you feel better about yourself. And it's like, oh yeah, I look pretty, and more like that. Okay. So opposite is a red flag. Opposite is a green flag. They are only interested in the physical attention and the physical. They're only interested in your physical stuff. So they're only complimenting your physical attributes, and they're only interested in your physical stuff. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. And yeah, if they're only interested and only talking to you about that, red flag. Big red flag. They only talk about themselves. Oh my god, guys. If they like you, they would want to know more about you. They'll be asking more about you. Like, generally, I want to ask you a question. When you like somebody, are you just telling them about yourself, or are you interested in what they do? You're probably interested in what the other person do, right? So if they're interested in you, they'll want to know about you. If they're just yapping about themselves, big red flag. This another is a red flag. It's a red flag in basically every kind of relationship you have. Is they expect you to make the first move, first thing, first step in every single thing. So you are the first one texting. You are always the first one texting. They never text you first. Big red flag. Get out of whatever relationship. Don't even be friends with them, because if you have friends who are just, you have to text them every single time. Big red flag. Like flirting, texting, starting a conversation. If you are taking this first step in every single thing, red flag. They use you for validation. We are not here to tell you how important and how great you are. If they are using for you for just getting compliments or just getting validation for themselves, big red flag. They disrespect your time, because when we have a crush, we do give a lot of time to that person, and if they are disrespecting that, red flag. They are very secretive about their relationship and themselves. Again, it can be very subjective, this one, but yeah, if they're too secretive and they're hiding stuff from you, and there are fishy things, red flag. Big red flag. I'm sorry for you, girl, but yeah. Coming towards my favorite and the most important part of the video, which is here are my tips, suggestions, pointers, key points, whatever you want to call it, for this stage of your life, because I've been here and these are just, I think I have 5 for that. Yeah, there are 5 things, but yeah, these are all just things that, tips, suggestions, pointers, you what call it, whatever you want. It is whatever you want to call it, but it is, yeah, basically pointers or numbers, whatever it is, it's just tips for you guys. All these butterflies that you're feeling in your stomach and all this giddiness and nerves and excitement that you're feeling is all fun and nice, and it's very fun also, and I genuinely feel so happy for you that you are going through this. But not for long. Like, this is not has to stretch for months and for years. You get what I'm saying? We don't want to be hung up on a guy who doesn't even like us back. So yeah, like, it's all good for a few months, a few weeks, or just a very little months, but like, we don't want it to stretch out. It's personalized to you, but for me, I don't like it to be, you don't want to be hung up on a guy who doesn't even like you back for very long. So this is all fun and exciting, but for a little time. Being hung up on a guy who doesn't value or doesn't know our worth and the value of whatever we are bringing to the table. Like, I'm not telling you to rush it up. But we don't want to be waiting here forever. I was hung up for a guy for a long time, so I've done this mistake, but yeah, it's going on for a long time. We need to get over it and move on in life. Second is keep the what ifs out of your mind, good or bad. Just keep the what ifs out of it. Like, they are exactly what they are. What if they're not actually happening, or they are not certainties that are going to happen actually? Okay, so keep those what ifs, whatever good or bad, just keep it out of your head. It's just better for your head, and it's just better for everything and everyone. Just keep the what if that, what if this out of your head, because they are exactly that, what if, not the actual things that are happening or going to happen. Separate your thoughts from what is actual and what is true and what is happening. And keep the dream, ideal, and what ifs, good or bad, out of maybe and what if. We just don't want them. It's just keep them out of it. It's just gonna mess up the situation a lot, so just keep them out. Please enjoy instead of overthinking. Please, this is a fun part of the life. Okay, this is fun and exciting. So don't make it sad and depressing by overthinking. So just enjoy this part. Try enjoying it. Try noticing a guy that many times. That is not healthy. But instead of overthinking, try enjoying this. Please stop overthinking. Overthinking is going to ruin this part. I've overthought this and I've made some weird things in my head. So yeah, stop overthinking and start enjoying this. Start enjoying instead of feeling right, good, this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, and all these things, feeling guilty and worrying about the little things. Start enjoying. Stop overthinking. Stop worrying about the small things. It's okay. Whatever's happening, it's okay. It's good to happen. It's okay. Fourth and the most important thing, confess, guys. Confess. I don't know why everybody is so scared. This is just a very easy way of just getting everything out of it. Just confess, guys. Confess it and get it over with. Like, I have been in your position who did not confess, and I trust you and I say I regret it. But just confess it. Go for it, girl. I'm rooting for you. We've got this. We know what we are and we are sure of ourselves. So we don't need your validation or you accepting us or anything. You saying no or you not being interested doesn't decrease our value by anything. Us making the first move doesn't decrease our value either. So we know what we are. So just confess. Just go for it. I'm rooting for you, girl. All that overthinking and all those what ifs and all that overthinking that is going on in your head can just go away if you just confess. Take the narrative in your hand and just go for it. Take the first step. Just go. Don't wait for the guy or the girl to make the first move. Just go for it. Confess it. Just get it out there. It's not a bad thing accepting that we like you. It's like, we like you. That's a good thing, right? Like, that's a good thing. Somebody likes you. And if they don't like it, doesn't mean that it has something to do with us and we are not at fault here, guys. It's okay. Things are not compatible. It's okay. They have different type in people. That's okay. Doesn't make us any less bad. It doesn't make us bad or anything, guys. All those what ifs can only come true only if they're positive. Only if they are the good ones, what ifs, like only the good what ifs can only come true if you go and confess it. Trust me, if they say no, he or she, whatever says no, not your fault. It is not your fault. It is probably their inability to see their worth, or maybe they just have a different type and we gotta respect that. It's okay. You cannot like every single person that you met on this earth, right? So that's okay. It's not your fault. But hey, at the same time, I know that you were brave, you were confident, and you were so brave to just take that step and be so confident in yourself to go confess your feelings. Now you know. So now you know it's way better than just thinking and overthinking in your room that, what if they like me or what if they don't. Just go confess it. I'm rooting for you. It's way better than waiting and overthinking, because trust me when I say, because I've been like, trust me and hear it from a girl who waited years to do that. Hear it from a girl who didn't ever confess, like totally regrets it now. Like it's like, trust me when I say it's like way easier to move on if you know they don't like you instead of never confessing at all, because then it's just way harder to move on. And the last thing I want to say, it is okay if you're scared. I was very scared when I had a crush. It was new and it was all these feelings were just at me at once, and you know, yeah, I was scared. So if it's okay if you are scared, it's okay. It's okay to be scared. Yeah, just it's very okay to be scared. I was, so yeah. Now last cycle, we are coming towards the last part of the video. Tips for flirting. Like this is the best part. Like you gotta flirt, you gotta tell them that you like them without actually telling that they like you. That is basically what flirting is to me. Like you gotta tell them that you like them without actually telling them, by just not using those exact words, like without telling them that you like him. So yeah, that's basically what flirting is to me. So you just gotta test the waters. Okay, so this is the definition of flirting. Flirting is all about being playful, confident, and showing interest in someone in a light-hearted way. So we're gonna chill, we're gonna play and have fun while just telling them that we like him, like we like you. So just if you wanna test the waters, if they like you, if you don't, and if they like you, and if you like them a lot, flirting is the way for it. If you're not sure, yeah, so flirting, first, don't be subtle. Like, don't want to say it directly, but like be direct, please. Like, just they gotta understand that you're flirting with them, okay? Like I've seen like my experience, sometimes some people are just so discreet about it and they're so subtle that even I can't pick up okay, they like me or not. Just be more direct. Like, we just gotta tell them that we like them without actually using that word. Doesn't mean we just don't want them to know that we like them. So just be more direct, less subtle. They should understand what you're trying to say. Sometimes people are just so subtle in flirting, like the other person can't even make out that it's that flirting. So we want them to know that we like them, okay? So we want them to know that what we are trying to do. So don't be that subtle. So they should understand what we are trying to say. Like, don't be that subtle that the other person doesn't even get the hint. So be more direct. The other person should understand. Like, if somebody says that a random person comes and say that to you, what would you think? Like, will you understand the context? Think like that. And like, subtle is nice, but not so much that the other person is not understanding only. So my favorite tip is just be bold, be blunt, and yeah, just go for it. Just be bold, be blunt. That was the worst thing that can happen. Okay, they don't reciprocate, and what's going to happen, right? So just be bolder and yeah, just go for it. Like whatever weird flirtatious actions that you're making it in your head, just go for it. Try it. That's how you know if it works or if it doesn't. So just be bold. So never say the exact words like I like you or I have a crush on you. We gotta actually just say that, just not in that exact same words. So if that is making sense, guys, I don't know if that is. Next tip is be consistent. Like, you gotta flirt again and again only if they are reciprocating, okay? So only if that, so like you gotta be consistent over time. Like, you can't be like once in a year you're trying to flirt with them. That's not going to help anybody. So yeah, be consistent in flirting with them. So like just be consistent. I've done some weird shit that embarrasses me right now. Like, just how could I say that? Like, but don't overthink this. Just go for it. It's fun, and that's how you'll know. So just go for it. Don't overthink a lot. Like, don't overthink every single message. If you're like flirting on message, don't overthink every single message that you're sending. Just send it. Just press that send button and then then overthink it. Once it's sent, then overthink it if you want. So yeah, don't overthink it a lot. Just go for it. Do the most embarrassing shit you've done, because this is going to, like, anyways, you're going to look back and say, okay, I've done some embarrassing shit, and that's the fun of life. So here are some things that you can try actually to flirt. I don't know if that's going to help you or not, but yeah, works for me. Might not work for you, but you can try. Smile and make eye contact. Yeah, so like, I don't know if I'm doing that right, because I'm actually doing that to a screen in front of me. So like, give them the flirty eye look, flirty eye contact, and smile. Playful teasing, that is one of the best ways you can, but be respectful of the boundaries, and just be kind. Like, we don't want to be like disrespectful and unkind. We just want to be kind, but you can just go for playful teasing. That is one of the best ways to go for it. If out compliments, just go compliment them. Oh, you have such a good voice. I really like your voice. Like, you have such a beautiful voice. Like, your voice is so nice. So just go give out compliments about their physical appearance and about non-physical components as well. Compliments on both physical and non-physical also, and be more specific. That just adds to it. Like, be more specific about it. So like, give like very specific compliments. I'm just going to give you some pointers really quick. I don't want to make this a very long video. I'm pretty sure it's become long, but yeah. Use your voice to flirt, like, talk in a flirtatious voice. Like, oh my god, you're hot. Don't use that. Don't do that, please. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, that was a bad example. I don't do that, guys. That just comes so at that moment. So like, I don't know how to do that in front of the camera, but yeah, use a flirtatious voice, and people will say use a low bass voice, but sometimes it just sounds weird. Then for some people, so just go for a little sensual and a little flirtatious voice, and go for it. Be confident, not arrogant. It's okay to be confident and confident in your flirting, but we don't want to come off as arrogant. Please, there's a difference between confident and arrogance. Compliment their personality. That's one of the biggest things. And if you genuinely like them, and if you genuinely have a crush on them, you probably have a lot of things about their personality that you like. And when somebody compliments your personality, it feels good, right, guys? Come on, it feels good, and it feels like, oh, this person actually knows me, and this person actually genuinely, so please compliment their personality. Show genuine interest. That's the best way of flirting. If you are genuinely interested, it's probably going to show, guys. So be playfully mysterious. I don't know what I'm doing. Just keep this point in your mind. Just don't overthink it if you're like already overthinking it. So like, just try to not overthink much and just go for it. Compliment their style and look. I do that all the time. This is the best thing. Compliment how they look. Compliment how they've styled their dress. Compliment how that dress looks on them. Don't overthink it, please don't overthink it. And the last and the most important point, respect their boundaries. Know when to back off. Like, we don't want to just be the only one flirting, and we don't want to be very clingy and all, right? So please, know when to back off. Don't ignore that ringing in your head to just stop backing off. Just back off. When you're backing off, and be very respectful of their boundaries, and please know when to back off. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I really hope it helps you. I'm rooting for you I really hope this helps you. And yeah, I really hope this helps you. That's pretty much all that I have to say on this. And I hope this video helps you. How many times am I going to say that? Like this video, consider liking this video. Comment down below anything and everything. What do you do there at this time? Any tips and things you have for me, any stories you want to share, you can do it down in the comments. I love to have a chat on you. If somebody else is reading a comment, maybe they'll be helped by that. So if you wanna just put down in the comments just anything and everything, maybe give me a suggestion about what my next video should be, or any topic that you want me to talk about, just anything and everything, I would love to have a chat on you in the comments. So just put your comments down, consider subscribing to this channel, consider checking out my channel, consider sharing this video with somebody who does have a crush. So yeah, all that, do that, the drill. Like, share, comment, subscribe, check out my channel, the drill. Yeah, that's all.